How's it going? uh, I don't know if this is live yet or not. Hopefully it is. Um, Hopefully it is. Yeah. Yeah. So I'm just like I said, I'm just trying to learn, get this shit learned up here again. Learn how to live stream and whatever, and get my channel growing a bit more. Cause I got some shit I want to say. I got some shit I'm, I've been watching a lot of these other YouTubers and and everything, and I'm not really out and thinking I'm better or anything like that. It's just I've got a lot of information that I'd like to add. Um, I'm a fan of a number of the prison channels. I'm a fan of 23 and 1 Lockdown. I'm a fan of see when he had 1090 Jake on there. That guy, that kid, and I'm speaking to him as a kid. No disrespect, he's calling a kid because I'm 50 years old. But that man is a very old soul, and he's obviously been through a lot. He's been through a hell of a lot, and guys get on him because he's got his, this whole racist thing. Yeah, and I can be guilty of fucking some generalizations and shit myself. So I'm not gonna. Nobody's fucking perfect, and that's not what I'm trying to say, and whatever. But just my take on this 1090 Jake kid is, I think he's a very old soul. I think this kid has been, if you believe in reincarnation or anything about that, that kid was a boss back in the day. He was a he was a king or something. He had, you know what I mean. He was because he's very, very intelligent. He seems to think, and I enjoy his content. His content is 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 quite enjoyable at times. Uh, let's see. I don't know what's going on with him and his little buddy there. What was his fucking name? Uh, Twisted Kid or whatever. But appears that was Jake 1090. Jake was quite a good soul, and like I said, he's an old soul with an open heart, and he helped this guy out, and this guy basically was getting the wrong advice from the wrong people for the wrong reasons, right? He's and it's unfortunate. It really is. Uh, let's see. Yeah, these prison channels. There's been shit going on. J.rock and 23. I guess there's a little bit of a thing between them, and I don't know what that is. Uh, I come to I like I said, I like both channels. I like 23 and 1. That's where I found a lot of these other guys is because of Josh, and like I said, I'm a huge fan of your channel and so forth. But this J.rock guy, he's from Arizona, and I guess he had to hook up with fucking, the who he had to hook up with, and some people are frowned upon, especially in this day and age with the whole Trump thing and everything. I'm from Canada, so I mean, the whole prison gang thing. It's bigger, more. There was UN, and there's bikers, the Hell's Angels and so forth, where I did my time, but I didn't do a whole lot of I didn't do a whole lot of federal time. The only real federal time I did was in pretrial, waiting for sentencing in so, and most of the stuff I got caught for was small junkie crimes when I was a fucking junkie, which I guess, I mean, still, once a junkie, always a junkie, right? Whether you're clean or not, as far as I'm concerned. Calling it an addict or whatever, it's just kind of sugarcoating it in my fucking point of view. But yeah, so I was a fucking junkie for a lot of time, for a long time, and so I did time in like Vancouver pretrial, and this is like my 04247 045. That's my fucking card, so that's my number, right? And that's an old number, man. Like 04 was a pretty old number. And there's guys that are older than that, like way older than that. So you know, but that was still the Vancouver pretrial days, and that was right. Vancouver pretrial was right on downtown east side, so you could fucking you got there and you went up onto your tier, and you could literally, depending on what pod you're in, you could look out your window and seeing people doing dope deals. You had your buddies fucking out there and shit. It was crazy. Some of the girls would do their little flash for you, you know, if you were looking out on the other side there, and yeah, Vancouver pretrial was good. Some of the ways the dope got in there, it's not there anymore, so I can talk about this. Was they had a cage up there, and guys would I put spitballs of coke and heroin, and put it in ice cubes and throw it over the fucking cage, and there was this cage, so the spitballs would melt and then drop down onto the smoking area. Or there was a fucking basketball court and outside court, and we could get drops thrown over from there. So needless to say, Vancouver pretrial there was always lots of dope in Vancouver pretrial. Even when even when I first came in to Vancouver pretrial, I knew people from the street, but a lot of times when you come into jail and you're a junkie and you're fucking really dope sick, there's guys that you know on the street, and these guys, you know, they've been in there now 6 months, and they've been fucking eating their bread and their fucking ramen noodles, and they're all bulked up and everything, and they see you and they're like, yeah, you fucking junkie, this and that. And it's kind of funny because then you see them on the street fucking, you know, when you get out. And I mean, I never was a baller, but I did okay. I always was doing okay. I had some pretty good connections when I was on the street, and I knew some, so I always did fairly good. My thing was you know, was more self-induced. My fucking any of my debts or my trouble, it was more because I'd run off with Lorraine and go smoke dope, or before I knew her, somebody else. But yeah, it's yeah, the downtown east side was crazy, and so I'm hoping this live it's gonna work. I just, you know, I wanted to shout out 23 and 1. Like I said, I'd like to do a little thing on his Bonnie and Clyde thing, because yeah, like my wife and I are fucking candidates for that. We both lived a hard life on the downtown east side. Now we're, you know, if you look into some of my YouTube videos and the older stuff, you see us you know, painting houses, multi-million-dollar houses, and I'm running crews and stuff too. And you know, here I am, this junkie, right? So I guess I get a kick out of it, and it's fun. Anyways, that's all I'm gonna say today. Hopefully, this nobody's popping in. You know, I'd like to have some fucking people pop in. I'm just a small channel, but you know, we're gonna grow, and I'm gonna grind, and I'm gonna grow, and let's do this. So right on.